Hiya and welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the Umbu for Liverpool v Manchester City. A big game, a game that, I am looking forward to, but I'm also quite scared of. I'm delighted to be joined by Ian and Lewis for this one. And the only place to start for me is, I wish it meant more than what it did, Ian.
Yeah. Neither team's at the peak of the powers right now, are they? But like I was just saying to Lewis off air, I think for the neutral, you might get a cracking game of football because neither team is defending at their best at the minute. Liverpool seems to be, in the last game, definitely seems to be finding the feet attacking wise. Man City have not really, I don't think they've really struggled attacking wise. It's at the back. So I don't think it's going to be a low scoring game at the weekend.
Well, I mean, I'd enjoy it to be a high-scoring game if Liverpool win, Lewis. We'll get straight on to City. And this is a City where, in recent years, where Liverpool have gone up against them in title runs, we've labelled them as machines, as, just basically what can you do? You can't do anything to really break them down. But this year, they're really quite vulnerable at the back. Yeah.
The Newcastle game in particular, man, like they beat them 3-1 and it should have been, Newcastle could have drew that or very much won. There's a certain, I think City's biggest strength they've had over the years is they beat you mentally before you go into the match, like you say. This City team, it pushes so high and they don't have the defenders capable to handle that back line. There's a weakness in midfield. They've got brilliant attacking players, absolutely. But we've seen in the past teams that can attack phenomenally, but then defensively, if they're not there with a structure, they just get absolutely pumped. And I think this City team, Bodo Glimt, United, Tottenham, Newcastle, even though they've only won 5 of the last 11. There's a weakness there to exploit. And I think if we play the way we did against Newcastle, particularly after the first 30 minutes, like you said before, there's no reason why we can't go out there and get a statement win or a statement result.
Yeah, they are on 47 points, Ian, 8 ahead of us, obviously, and 6 behind Arsenal. I think, for them, look, the title is slipping away from them. So they'll have to come to Anfield and they'll have to get a win. They have no other choice, which, might benefit us, but also it's really quite a scary prospect when you think of just how good they are in terms of attacking-wise. Yeah,
but it could also as well give us an opportunity because one of the things I think we've struggled with this season is on the break. I don't think we've broke like we've been able to the last few seasons. But against Newcastle, we seem to have a bit of that back. Our counter-attack mojo back. We seem to be breaking with pace, which we haven't done for a good while. And I'm more positive than what I was before the Newcastle game. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's fair to say. That game was enjoyable for us. As for City, they've only won one of their last 5 games in the Premier League. 3 draws, 1 win, 1 loss. They do score a hell of a lot of goals, 49 for them, 23 conceded. But you just feel like them coming to Anfield, I mean, Pep Guardiola knows how hard it is to win at Anfield, especially with the atmosphere. But I think for them, yes, they need the 3 points. But for the first 15 minutes, what they really need to do is make sure that the atmosphere has no impact on this game of football.
Yeah, and that comes down to how we play. If we go to Anfield, which I know we won't do it in the same way, but if we go there like we did at the Etihad, where we just sort of said, right, we rolled over and let them control the ball, let them play, let them get onto us. They can run rings around us. We know that. They've got the attacking players to do it. If we get out there and put the pressure on them straight away, if we go out there and make a game of it and show, look, this isn't going to be an easy one for you. The atmosphere is going to be right behind them. For City, it's going to be about controlling the ball. It's going to be about slowing it down right from the start. You need your players like Ekitike, Vert, Salah, Gakpo. You need all these people to push them and just make a game of it. I'm not saying leave yourselves exposed, but if we go there with the thought of, right, we're not going to control this game, it's not going to work out. We don't have the defensive capability at the moment to play that way. So it's down on us to make sure that they don't numb that atmosphere, not leave it to City to try and break us down to expect the atmosphere to die off.
Yeah, and the other thing that, I will look at when going into this game is they've obviously got the additions of Mark Guy and Antoine Semenyo, both of which, have been linked with Liverpool, Lewis. One that really, really, really should have been in the Reds of Liverpool in the summer. And then ultimately he goes and boosts a rival team. They've done nothing to me, nor have they done nothing really to Liverpool fans. However, the reception that they're both going to get on Sunday is not going to be great for them. They'll probably think, what's going on here? And it is purely just the fact that we really liked both of you. We really wanted both of you. And now you're playing for the rival. They're gonna understand that you don't have to actually do anything to become rivals of fans these days.
No, God, no. Simeone got it from the fans. Like, he didn't do anything. No, I think Gahey in particular, like you say, is gonna get it. But we've seen it in the past. Players who have played for us who moved to rival teams. Sterling, when he first came back, my God, he got ripped. Torres came back and Aga smashed into him. Like, these things happen. And for Gahey, who in my eyes, he hasn't done anything wrong. Do you know what I mean? He's gone to a club. He's not a 300k player. City made him a 300k a week player. That's just the way it is. But he's done nothing wrong. But that doesn't mean he should come here and expect a sort of a friendly game, nice and chill, nice and relaxed. We're going to get in there and make it a nightmare for him, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see us showing any sort of kindness to them. I don't want us to go there and make it a friendly game. Get in there and make it aggressive, because City have shown this season, and Gahey has shown, and all those other players have shown, they cannot handle that level of environment. If you make it, I know it's the Everton team from a few months ago, but if you make it a bear pit, if you make it not violent, but if you make it an aggressive atmosphere, get a bit carried away, but we can get to them, and I think heads will start to roll in that moment, and that's when we can exploit them. Yeah,
we've mentioned those two who really haven't done anything wrong. There's another person who, I mean, probably to him has done nothing wrong, but I expect him to, not be lauded, and that is Pep Guardiola. Obviously, formerly of Jurgen Klopp's backroom staff, was with Liverpool for 10 years, and rightfully so. He wants to win this game of football for Manchester City, of course he does. But Ian, I'm also going to take offence to that as well on the day, for the main reason of, just give me every little bit of fuel I can use to make Anfield an absolute powerhouse.
Well, one of the things that improved as well was the fans in the stadium against Newcastle. That was, I haven't heard it like that in a long, long time. And our players reacted to it. And the Newcastle players reacted to it negatively. I thought once we got going, Newcastle couldn't cope with it. They didn't like the atmosphere. So if we can get, which it's a 4:30 kick-off on a Sunday, I think it'll be absolutely booming on Sunday. I don't think they'll be able to cope whatsoever. And Pep Linder's Mr. I'll never be an assistant to anybody else. No.
It's fair to say that when I was in his company, he didn't have the nicest things to say about Manchester City, but here we all are.
Time's changed.
Time has changed. What I can say for them is that they did play midweek, which we'll get on if that could have an impact on this game of football. But, maybe it would have had more of an impact if they'd have lost, Lewis. But they actually beat Newcastle 5-1 on aggregate over the two legs to go through to the final of the Carabao Cup, where they will face Arsenal. So, we're sat here and we're saying we can exploit them. Like, they're not as strong as they used to be, or as resilient as they used to be. But they still are an incredible football team in terms of the players that they've got at their disposal.
I mean, that front line alone, Foden, Marmoush, Semenyo, you haven't even got Cherky in that starting lineup. You haven't got Haaland in that starting lineup. No. You've still got, Rico Lewis can come on later on and affect the things. There's a really solid depth to City by comparison to ours, where that's been a big struggling point for us. So we can't go into this and think, City haven't got anything for us. They've got the attacking threat that's tore teams apart. But what I will say is, in that Newcastle game, Newcastle only managed one less shot than City. And considering Newcastle have been so depleted this season and they haven't got a lot of attacking options at the moment, to keep that sort of level to City is a big thing. And I think that as much as City have been this great attacking team over the years, a lot of their goals against Newcastle were lucky deflections, or it bounced off someone or ricocheted in. And I think that if we can just sort of nullify that ever so slightly, there's areas for us to exploit in an attacking sense. So we can't underestimate it by any means. But I just think if everyone shows the same sort of defensive composure that we have done in a few games in the past this season, last season, there's no reason we can't nullify it. We did it twice last season, kept 2 clean sheets against them, so it can be done.
Yeah, it can be done. I mean, it's mad to say that, Ian, they signed Marmoush, didn't they? And I was absolutely gutted when they did that. But it was like, at the time, I thought, he's going to be leading the way with Erling Haaland here. And he didn't. It's like he's not played for months on end. I remember he scored a screamer And like, I've hardly heard of the lad since. He went on,
Went to AFCON, didn't
he went to AFCON, and like, it was like no one was really that bothered because he didn't play as much as everyone thought anyway. And he's just came back and he's just showing everybody like why they signed him. He's a really good footballer, and it annoys me at the fact that like you forget this because he wasn't used for a little bit, and now he comes right back in, and I think he gets 2 and should have got a hat-trick really against Manchester City.
Yeah, he's a cracking player. He was one that I wanted. Unfortunately, City, as many times over the last 2 years, got ahead of us. But what we've got to remember is we've got players who are coming into form as well. Wirtz is coming into his form. Ekitike, apart from Haaland, I don't think anyone's putting balls in the back of the net like he is. It's all about what we can do. I think there's going to be a lot of chances conceded by both teams. I think it'll just... I personally think it might come down to whose goalkeeper has the best game.
It's not actually, you know what? I didn't even think of it that way. That's actually a really good way of thinking it. I agree. Both teams are going to be open, but as you say, the problem is we've shown this season at points, we saw it against Fulham, one that sticks out in my head in particular is whoever the trigger is for the press in our back four, if the minute they get pulled out of position, there's people in behind to exploit that space. And my worry is City with the players they've got, the way they drop deep, Foden comes inside, Marmoush is able to come deep. I don't want players following them and leaving that space. We've got to make sure that we keep a structure because as much as we're saying, you know, we can exploit City's weaknesses, they can exploit ours. They did it earlier this season. So this is probably, like you say, it is going to be a bit end-to-end. But as long as we just keep our heads and just show a bit of structure and don't fall for every false run or every shimmy or every movement, I think we'll be able to manage it.
I certainly hope so, but I also know the task that we're up against. I think Pep Guardiola's won with City once at Anfield, and it might have been in the like COVID kind of season.
Yeah,
Did they?
When Alisson had the worst game he's ever had for us.
Which was the one after we won the league? That was at the Etihad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The one where they battered us because we'd already won it.
That was like 5-1 or something. 4-1.
Yeah, and the one where Ederson got. Mane got sent off.
Yeah,
that the Etihad as well. Yeah,
the Etihad as well. Yeah. I mean, I won't lie to you. I've been the Etihad many a times. I don't think I've won when I've been there. So they could say the same for us, really. It's hard to go to the Etihad. But my point being is that do you think Pep Guardiola tends to be a little bit mad at times, and in big games of football, just do something out of the left field that you just never expect him to do?
He always second guesses himself. He like outdoes himself. He thinks a little bit too much and does make some silly decisions. And let's hope he does exactly the same this week. Let's hope he maybe drops Mamouche. Yeah. I don't fancy Haaland this weekend.
Haaland didn't start midweek, so I expect him to be right back in there. Apparently Silva picked up some sort of injury, but I think he'll be fine. I think they are without Doku and Savinho, so at least those two can't hurt us. Doku
got nightmares over Doku from last time.
The thing is that like Doku's an alright player. I don't think he's exceptional, but up against us, he just took the.
I think we made them look that good. We made them look that good. We didn't defend well at all that game. Who was it right back that game?
Conor Bradley.
Yeah,
Conor Bradley. Yeah, he didn't have one of his best games. What is a worry is we probably won't have a right back at right back this weekend. Probably looking at Dom, aren't we? That's going to be a worry.
It's a bit of a concern, like.
It is, but we'll get to Liverpool in just a second. To make sure that you get in your predictions and everything a little bit later on in the show. We're going to do the Liverpool side next. But before we hear from our two guests on Liverpool and what Liverpool should do in this game, take a look at this.
How would you like to win this A Liverpool shirt signed by the past master himself, Mr. Jan Molby? Well, at the end of February, we'll be giving away this shirt to one of our lucky Redmen Plus Legend subscribers. If you want to be in that draw, and in fact in every prize draw that we do throughout the entirety of 2026, download the Redmen Plus app, subscribe as a Legend tier subscriber, either on a monthly or a yearly basis, and you'll be in those prize draws. And yeah, at the end of February, one of you lucky people will be winning a shirt signed by Jan Molby. Download the app, become a legend, get yourselves involved.
Welcome back. Let's move on to the Liverpool point of view then. Arne Slot did his press conference yesterday, which is all a little bit mad. Not sure why. It is a Friday. He usually does them on a Friday, but it's not happened. So the news that I kind of took from that is obviously Frimpong nowhere near. Sadly, which we all would have known, he's had this injury and this reoccurring injury about 3 times this season. They've been about 6 weeks at least, which isn't good for us. The other thing is that Gomez could feature in some way, but not start. So yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, it is the same team going again, but thankful, Lewis, that we didn't have a midweek game just like they did.
Yeah, a bit of rest, it gives us time to because this is a game you need to prepare for. This isn't one where you can go out there with the best intentions. You have to prepare for City in any capacity. So it is nice to have that break, especially given the amount of games you've played so far. And will that play into our favour? I'd imagine so. But it does just depend on who starts where. Because, like you said before, we're without a right back at this point. So if things aren't organised, if things aren't strategised properly, City can exploit that. So we've just got to be careful with it.
Ian, I mentioned it in the first part of this. Liverpool have to believe. Liverpool have to get the crowd involved. Liverpool have to use the power of Anfield. This isn't a game where, from the first moment, it's not a Burnley or a Leeds or, Wolves. Liverpool fans will already be up for this, but you've got to keep us in that game. You've got to keep us believing that Liverpool, you can get stuff out of this game of football. And it is so important that Liverpool stand strong against the City side, but most importantly, keep the crowd engaged and keep everybody believing we're going to do this. I've
been supporting Liverpool for 40 years now, over 40 years, and I've seen worse Liverpool teams beat much better teams than this City team. Yeah. This isn't a City team at the top of its powers. We might not be at the top of our powers, but City are nowhere near theirs. I'm like I said to you, I feel a lot more confident now than what I did before the Newcastle game, but it didn't seem like a flash in the pan for me against Newcastle. There were signs there that there was a way of playing, there was a system at hand. We've been playing a lot of off-the-cuff football this season. That didn't seem to be. There seemed to be a lot of 1, 2, 3 players doing what they were, people that were doing the jobs against Newcastle. That walking football that we've seen a lot this season, after the first half hour disappeared, we've got back to being Liverpool. So I don't want to go too gung-ho, but if we can be a bit more the way we were after that first half hour, I think we can do it.
Yeah, and Lewis, how do you want to see us approach this game then? Because you can't get caught out early on and go a goal behind, but also you've got to intimidate them in the best way possible. And maybe that is just, wave after wave of pressure. Doesn't necessarily have to be completely unlocking them, but just put a bit of fear and doubt in there, lads.
I think the example that always comes back to me is when we played Brighton earlier this season, and straight away we got at them. I know it's a different proposition. Yeah. I know it's an entirely different circumstance, but you can't go out there like we did at the Etihad, I said before, and I'm like a broken record. You can't let them control the game and expect to just keep everything rosy. We've shown this season, defensively, we don't have the capability to just soak up pressure like we did last season. We have to make a game of it. We have to have a go at them. And I'm not saying gung-ho, push you double pivot or single pivot forward and put everyone up top and put pressure. I'm not saying that. But your attacking players, your Vert, your Ekitike, your Salah, you maybe not your Szoboszlai, he's right back, but whoever the partner is to midfield, be it Jones or McAllister, just put pressure on that City back line, because let's not forget, they've got a midfielder playing as a makeshift right back also in Núñez. They've got a back line that pushes extremely high up the pitch without the pace to be able to get back and deal with it. There's things to exploit there, and if we go and just let them have the ball and just let them slow the atmosphere down, calm it down, we will be punished for it. Just put a bit of pressure on them without pushing too many of the backline players forward.
JD in the chat has said, to be honest, I would have loved to have that midweek match and now be able to go back to Anfield South. Get what he's saying?
Yeah.
Because you like bouncing into them, you like being in a rhythm. But also at the same time, our players probably are very, very thankful. They've looked leggy all season. And someone else put, I reckon we are a better team than City, but it will again be about physicality and breaking down the block. Do you agree with that, Ian?
Yeah. And it was something at the start of the season. We got bullied. We were bullied for it. We were getting out physical at the start of the season. I think some of our players now are growing in confidence, they're growing into themselves. Ekitike, you can't knock him off the ball. Wirtz has been spending a bit of time in the gym. It'd be great to have Szoboszlai in midfield, but his physicality at right back might get us out of trouble there. He's going to give their left winger a good game. He's going to contend against them. So I don't see this Liverpool team being bullied. I don't see it being out physical. It's all going to come down to what team has the best guile, what team finds the best passes, what team has the players in the right positions. Like, do we get Wirtz in the right position? Do we keep finding him in that left channel, or is he just going to get lost? We just need to be how we've been against Newcastle.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's get into the starting 11 then, and who we'd like to see. Alisson Becker, obviously, in goal. But Ali, let's not kick it towards their attacking midfielders today. For the main reason of it'll probably be someone like Ryan Cherky or
Haaland.
Phil Foden or Haaland or Bernardo Silva. Just someone who'll do a little bit better than, the previous people he's passed the ball to. Right back then, are we all going Dominik Szoboszlai?
Yeah.
I think it's more out of, Calvin Ramsey's not getting a game here, to be honest.
He's not. What do you think we're going to miss? Do you reckon that's going to be a massive miss for Liverpool? Because he sets the tempo, the intensity. He's absolutely everywhere. He fills in for everyone. Someone shattered and ran up the pitch somewhere and got lost. Dom Szoboszlai realises it and goes and fills that gap. You don't have that with him at right back.
No, you don't. And it is gutting that we have to put him there. But in the same breath, just to try and be a bit positive about it for once in my life, you do have a creative spark, I think, when Szoboszlai is on that right-hand side, particularly for, I think his passes allow Salah to sort of bomb on. Whereas if you've got Frimpong there, obviously you can get it behind, which is brilliant. I'd rather Frimpong be there. But Szoboszlai has a deep line passing range that he can ping a ball into midfield quickly. And if he needs to push up and we drop into a back three, you've then got two holding midfielders in front of your back three, and you've got Szoboszlai there to push him forward. So I don't want him at right back all the time. But it is a nice option to have someone who can invert, and he is a creative force when we do go on the break and we are pushing forward. It is just in a defensive aspect where I'm a bit more cautious about him.
Well, when we've got the ball, it works out having Szoboszlai at right back. The problem is that if he moves into midfield like he tends to do from right back, it's Salah that's got to get back and cover them. That ain't happening.
We'll see. So last season at the Etihad, Salah was absolutely everywhere.
He was.
He recognises a big game and knows when he needs to put the extra yards in, and maybe this might be that game.
He has improved. To be fair, since he's come back and all this stuff's gone on, he has improved in a sort of, you can see him tracking back a bit, but it's just not as much as we'd like, maybe.
The centre-backs picked themselves. Not much we can do about that. Left back then, Kerkez did really, really well against Newcastle. I've been enjoying his performances. Do you go with him up against Semenyo, or do you revert back to Robbo?
I'd go with Kerkez. I just think he's playing so well. You've got to keep that momentum going. I was saying to you before off mic that I'd like to see Kerkez play 2 and 3. Like, get him in 2 and then give Robbo a game in the 3rd maybe. But this is definitely one where I go with Kerkez.
Now, the next question is how many midfielders are you putting in midfield? Because there's been several of the previous ones where we've just packed that midfield. Look, I am putting Florian Wirtz in a midfield position, obviously, but he's the more attacking one. But when we've done this, we've gone with like a 4-2-2-2. Are you reverting back to the 4-3-3? What are you doing? How many midfielders do you want on the pitch? I mean, Florian Wirtz has definitely got to be in there. He picks himself. Ryan Gravenberch probably had the best game of the season for him against Newcastle, and also he just is always in there. So are you going with Maka or Jones? Are you going with both? What are you doing?
Jones.
You're going with Jones?
I think Jones, Gravenberch, Wirtz, because I said it on a show the other day, Maka, as great as he's been, the issue is he can look like a passenger when he's got players closing him down. And in terms of a physical battle so far this season, I just don't think he's been up to it. And against City, you need to be physical. You need to be aggressive. You need to win that ball off them quick because we know what they do when they can control the game and they've got time and space. Jones does that. And also, if you've got that left-hand side, like I said, you're going up against, if it's a team that was playing like there, you've got Nunes there, who you can push on. His partner's Kushanov, or whoever it is. There's a weakness there. If you've got Kerkez pushing forward, Jones in midfield can drop to that left-back position to cover it, and you've got more structure there. If McAllister's dropping back, I don't trust him as much in a defensive sense.
Do you know what's mad, though? Because, and I've said this, and I've probably said it literally the other day, so I'm repeating myself from the final word, I think. Like, if you were to tell me what is McAllister's best, kind of trait and attribute, I'd go, it's tenacity. Like, for me, McAllister, he's been the one in recent seasons where Everton away, last game at Goodison Park, he's the one I want there. And yet, we're not, this season, he's just been a shadow of himself. He's losing 50-50s, he's not going toe for toe, he's not putting in the tackles to even get yellow cards. And the thing I loved about McAllister was he'd just go and nail someone. He's
in the bottom 25% for tackles, interceptions, blocked shots, recoveries, possession won in the final third, clearances. Like, it's all well and good saying, right, I can knock into someone and try and get him off the ball, but if you're not doing it, you're not helping us in the defensive aspect. He's a creative player, don't get me wrong. I'm not just disputing that. He's brilliant when he's got time and space. He is good in tight areas at points, and he's great with those 1-2 passes and quick balls in behind. But City are going to push on us. They are going to press forward, and we need someone there who can win the ball. We need someone who can go into a back line when City are on the attack. And against wide players like Semenyo, Cherky's going to drift out there. They're going to stretch play. You need Jones to drop into the pocket. You need him to drop into that left-back area.
I also think Curtis Jones this season, one of the things he's improved with massively is what he does without the ball.
100%.
I think he's been so good without the ball, winning the ball back. It's like he's realised how tall he is and how big he is, and I can use my body to.
He's got a stature about him.
Yeah, he's got like a bit of a swag and a bit of stature about him. So I'd be with you. I'd 100% be going with Curtis Jones over McAllister.
I'd also go with Curtis Jones, but do I think Arne Slot's going to go with Curtis Jones? No, I don't. I think he's going to go with McAllister. And I think McAllister is who you'll see on Sunday filling in that midfield role. Do you know what I did enjoy against the Newcastle game? Is how we allowed Ryan Gravenberch to move further up the pitch. We just gave him licence to be on the half turn again and really get through them. If City do come and they play like I think they will, which is be a little bit cautious for at least the first 45, they'll probably be cautious till 60 and then really come out at us. Bear in mind, I say cautious, that doesn't mean they still can't break on us and do something incredible, like they're really good. But I mean is, I don't think they'll instantly come here and just be going end-to-end football. So you're risking yourself there with Liverpool. But Ryan Gravenberch, if that happens, we need to get him further up the pitch to be able to influence the game, because we kind of forget that he was an 8 for Ajax, and this 8 that was so good in attacking sense, and we've missed him being at the peak of his powers this season, and we saw it against Newcastle. After a mad half an hour from him, it was the best I've seen him all season. So Lewis, for me, he'll have a massive impact on this game of football.
And without Szoboszlai, so when you've got like Szoboszlai and Wirtz in midfield, Gravenberch is trusted to stay back. Szoboszlai's not there, so we're going to need him to push forward, and Jones gives him that option to do so. I don't want to see it to the point where you're leaving whoever his partner is in the pivot completely isolated, because we're going to need someone to support, be it Jones or McAllister, probably McAllister. So I don't see him venturing as far forward as maybe we'd like in this game, but on the half turn, he makes so much space just by beating a man, and it's important that we see that further forward. Yeah,
and let's hope we do. Let's go on to the attack, and then who are we going with in our attacking line?
Well, I think we're going to go 4-3-3. I think he's going to get Gakpo up against Nunes.
Yeah. End.
Yep, and he'll be up against Nunes. Whether he'll get around him, I'm joking. I am just taking
an
awkward pause.
He might cut inside.
He might. He might.
Sure?
Dink on back post or shoot, I'm not sure. No, to be fair, I think Gakpo's done relatively okay since we all bombarded him with cutting inside. It's just an ongoing joke now that we all make that. Actually, probably isn't as funny as it was at the start. But who are you having alongside Gakpo? Gakpo's nailed on for me in my head, because
You're not putting
Who am I
there.
putting there? Because I don't want to put Florian Wirtz out there. I want him to have the midfield and be able to do whatever the hell he wants in that midfield and move about. But also, like, I just know Arne Slot, and I just know he's going to go Gakpo.
It's going to go Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, who else are you picking? That's the problem we've got.
I don't think we've got anyone to pick.
No.
Maybe a Fede, but he doesn't like him, and I can understand.
If all your right backs
him.
were available, would you say this is a game more suited to Frimpong or Bradley?
Bradley.
I reckon.
Well, a full on right back, you need.
Yeah.
Proper. Someone who's going to.
I get
hard tackle them.
But also, Frimpong is the one who's had the better
the best form.
performances.
Yeah.
Like, and also, look, like you mentioned there, Salah's came back from Afghan. Salah's not as involved as we'd like him to be. Yeah. So, like, I need someone else to create the stuff as well as Florian Wirtz. You know, if they put a man on Florian Wirtz, if they say to Rodri, you sit on Florian Wirtz, or Nico Gonzalez, you sit on him. Do not let him go anywhere. Follow him around this pitch. Stay touch tight. Do not let him give you don't give him a yard.
Yeah.
Like, then Florian Wirtz is either going to have to come up with something special, or someone else on the pitch is going to have to come up with something special.
I think Mo's been okay creatively, as in like creating chances for other people. His issue has been he cannot hit the target.
He can't shoot with his right foot.
No, it's non-existent at this point. Well, what was it? I can't remember the exact game. The one, Europe, not Karabag. The one where he came back and we got the win.
Marseille,
that was it. Yes, thank you. And he missed so many simple, easy chances. Or not easy per se, but for Salah, they should be easy. And I don't know if it's confidence. I don't know if it's just him now in general, but he's just... My worry is for Salah, because Ekitike at the moment is our most clinical attacker, I don't see Salah playing the way anymore where he's on the last line. No. He's always going to come deeper now, and his job is to create. And it's all well and good creating chances, but they've got to be substantial ones. Without Frimpong there, you know for a fact he's going to cut in, cross it into the box. That can be exploited. Obviously, Gayhe's not the biggest. Kushmanov is, not brilliant in the air. TK can get joy there, but I think we're better on the ground. And I don't know if Salah's going to be able to do that without someone overlapping him.
I think Mo's another one now who's starting to get an understanding with Wirtz. He's starting to find out where Wirtz is going to be. Yeah. He's starting to find out what Wirtz is going to do. So he's making runs so Wirtz can find him. And he's also finding Wirtz.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, I would also hope that Liverpool can just settle and do well in this game of football. We will get into a prediction, a goal scorer, all of that stuff. Get yours in the comments below. I've just seen that Liverpool have came out with a little quiz, so I thought we'd all do this little quiz. Stunning stuff. Whilst you get your stuff in the comments, whilst you think you are also going to do the quiz, sadly. So let's see. Who scored the opening? Oh my God, it's timing me. It's got 30 seconds left. Who scored the opening goal when Liverpool hosted City in the league last season?
Gakpo.
We going Gakpo. Sorry, there was a multiple choice. I just didn't read them out. Diaz, Gakpo, Salah.
I was saying, wasn't Mo the pen?
I thought it was...
No, I thought didn't Gakpo get the first and then Salah? Oh.
It was a pen and Gakpo back post, yeah. Or is that Madrid?
I'm sure, I think Gakpo.
Let's go Gakpo.
We'll go Gakpo. Correct.
Hey.
And what was the final result in that game? 2-0?
2-0.
Okay. Everyone else play along. In which year did Craig Bellamy move from City to Liverpool? 2010, 2011 or 2012?
2010.
I'd have said 2010.
2010, I think it was.
Oh dear Christ. We got it wrong, it was 2011. The clubs met 4 times during the 17-18 season. How many goals did the Reds score in total? Oh God, have mercy.
17-18.
What was that question again?
We played 4 times in the 17-18 season. How many goals did we score?
We
beat them 3-1 in the Champions League.
And
3-0.
Yes, there's 6 there. And then in the league...
Did we beat them 4-3?
4-3 was the Anfield one. And then at the Etihad, that was...
1-0.
Was it 1-1?
1.
No, it wasn't a draw. I'm sure they did beat us.
I thought it was, 2...
2-1.
It was 2-1.
The Robbo ball in. It was 2-1. It's one of the best goals I think I've ever seen.
That was 18-19.
That was 18-19.
17-18.
Lads, we've got 20 seconds here. How many goals
did I
say?
Hang on.
4, 6, 10. No, okay, we're incorrect because it's 5, 7 or 9.
All right.
What?
So what is the 17-18 season then?
17-18 was Champions League season.
That's what I thought,
And
but
we beat
maybe
them-
it's not. Right, well, time's up.
9. Let's just go for the biggest.
I don't know what it was. It didn't tell us. I'll have to go through. Which of these teams did Nicholas and Elka play for first, Liverpool or City?
It was
City.
Was it City? Yeah,
Yeah, he scored
because he's
against
City,
us.
Great,
PSG.
it was Liverpool.
Oh, was it?
Oh my God, no! It was Arsenal, PSG, Liverpool, and then he went to
remember
City.
scoring against us.
Mate. My head's gone.
It's okay, let's move on. How many goals has Mo Salah scored against City for Liverpool? Good God, save me now. Champions League.
League that season, Anfield.
League, yeah.
The 3-0 at Anfield. The
header.
Yeah, the header, the crossing from Robbo. He scored the 1-1 a few seasons ago where he beat Cancelo. That was another one.
That was 1-0, was it not?
That was 1-0.
Yeah.
He scored in the game where I think didn't Jota get a goal and he got one and then City just came back and ran us ragged.
Okay.
And what are the options?
9, 11 or 13 and I'm on 6.
I would go for... Oh, he scored in the Community Shield and he scored in the FA Cup semi-final against them, I think, because Mane got one as well. I'd say 9.
Yeah, I say that.
It was 13.
13.
My God!
Right, I just want to add, I'm not Redmen. I don't have... This is why my subscriber count's low.
How many times have the clubs faced each other in the League Cup final? I remember semi-finals.
2015.
0, 1 or
Caballero.
2.
The Caballero final.
But that was that? Yeah, it was.
And...
It's 0, 1 or 2 people.
I'm trying to remember our finals because we
I
had Chelsea, we
I
had
remember
Cardiff, we
remember
had
one.
City, we had...
Oh my God!
United.
People are actually giving us answers here, and I'm just...
We're not reading them.
Yeah, but I'm not, what's the point?
0, 1 or 2.
0, 1 or 2.
You've got
I can
20
only
seconds.
remember one.
One.
One's the only one I can remember.
Well done.
Yeah.
Correct. We've redeemed ourselves. Liverpool's biggest ever win over City is 5-0, 6-1 or 6-0.
I remember
Someone remind
5-0, but that was 89-90.
Oh, good God. Give me a break.
Sorry, was that
How
on the
am I
cave
supposed
walls,
to
was it?
know?
What are you on about? I haven't a clue with that one. I haven't a
I
clue.
can't remember the
I'd go
6-1.
5-0 then. It's 6-0.
6-0.
Can someone tell me what year that was? Alisson Becker has recorded an assist for Liverpool versus Man City. True or false? It is true.
Yeah, that was the Cancelo one. wasn't it?
Yeah. Kolo Touré made a free transfer from City to Liverpool in 2013. How many seasons was he then with the Reds for? Good.
He left the season we battered Villa, so that
It's 1,
was
2 or 3.
so 13, 14,
That was
14,
14,
15.
15.
That
Or
was
15,
15,
16.
16. 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16. And then he wasn't with us for the Salah season, so it's 3.
Yeah. Who scored the penalty for the Reds when the sides drew 1-1 at Anfield in March 2024? Salah, McAllister, Szoboszlai. It was McAllister. Is this not the stamp?
2020.
Yeah,
oh,
the
the
karate
Doku
kick, yeah.
Yeah, it was McAllister. Yeah.
Okay. We scored 6 out of 11.
I don't think I've ever panicked that much in my life, honestly.
I'm not sure that was a great...
I remember the 6-0 now as well. It was 95, 96.
Well done, thanks to everybody who joined us there for that. Sorry about that. It was all just that I didn't know we were being timed. I just spotted it last minute.
I
like
like to read the comments afterwards because I'm like, oh, maybe they'll be like, I know this is my naivety. I always think, oh, they'll be constructive. People might say, oh, you did good,
No,
you did this.
they're gonna call you
I'm never
stupid.
going through that in my life.
By the way, Salah scoring 13 goals. When you've only got like 45 seconds to think about that, my head can't deal with it. But what I can tell you is, that is a lot of goals. Like, my God.
My head's still rattled about that one. I can't think of any other ones that he scored against them.
Also, the 17-18 season where I'd rattled off 10 goals and 10 wasn't the answer. Yeah, sorry, they all just get blared into one for me. But anyway, now that the stress is over, let's get your comments in for score predictions and also for goal scorers, please. We'll get to the panel first to give us theirs. Or do you want me to look at some of the other games this weekend to give you a second to think? Because, your brain's probably still mush.
My brain's never been sharper. I've got my score personally.
I've
but-
seen it.
Okay, go on, Lewis.
Go on then. 2-2. Because I think right.
No, sorry, I've just done a really fun quiz there. It was all really upbeat and fun, and then you gave me a 2-2.
I
Could
had a
you
great
change
time
it to
doing
a
that
3-2?
quiz.
That's the score I'm going for.
Thank you, Ian.
I think
Good God.
2-2.
I've not just done all of that for you to give me a 2-2.
I love I want to do more of them. Someone needs to tell Steve to do them more.
I know, it was fun that way, wasn't it?
I think it's like you say, it's going to be end to end, and I just think with City sort of, if we were to take the lead against City, or vice versa or whatever, I think because they'll still think in their mind, right, the league is still there as an outside chance, I think they'll just shut up shop. And that might be where it becomes a bit of a struggle for us.
I think us needing to get that Champions League place will drive us on even more.
I hope so. I've been saying that all season.
Who are you goal scorers?
Scorers, I'm going to go Ekatike 2 and Wirtz.
Ekatike 2 and Wirtz.
Ooh,
I like it.
I love it. I think this is Cody Gakpo and Wirtz.
We are. I found another quiz. Right,
Oh,
we'll
dear.
get to
Go
your
on.
score predictions
Right.
in a minute.
I need to redeem myself,
This is just on the BBC, and let me tell you right now, if it's based on the first question, I reckon this is going to be really quite easy and
I'm
redeemable.
annoyed that Anelka
Who
won.
did Arne Slot Liverpool agree to sign on deadline say Jeremy Jacquet, Jean Gillet or Chris Coates?
Wow. It's Chris Coates, man. Love that.
I'm sorry, only 94% of people got that correct, guys. What's going on? Oh, bloody hell, no, this is not Liverpool. This is just a mad quiz.
You've committed now. We've got to we've got to go through it.
Spanish figure. Spanish figure skater. Thomas Lorenc Garino Sabate, Jesus Christ, received copyright clearance from Universal Studios to perform as a witch music from the Witch film series at the Winter Olympics. Harry Potter, Minions or Shrek?
I was going to say Harry Potter because it seems a
I
bit...
reckon you've got a bit of figure skating knowledge in
With
you.
it? Have you seen this? Nah, yeah. Harry Potter.
Shrek.
It's incorrect. It was Minions, apparently.
What are you dancing to from Minions?
Oh,
Can't
he
be
was
like-
dressed up. Oh, here we go.
Oh, a football one. Yeah.
What did Everton's women's team do for the first time this season? Win at home, score a goal, finish a game with 11 players.
Well, I'd
It's got to be win at home.
imagine win at home, yeah.
Surely they've like...
I'd be concerned if you've not scored.
Yeah, that's correct. I was like, surely they've like
Finish
changed
a game with 11.
places, yeah. Benfica and Real Madrid were drawn against each other in the Champions League playoff round. Which goalkeeper scored when it's Trubin? Yeah.
We need a Liverpool quiz.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this.
It's okay. We've Alina I can't say her name. Rabakina won an epic Australian final over Sabalenka this week. It was Rabakina's first Grand Slam title since. Right, I know this. It was Wimbledon 2022, I think. Yeah, it
I
was.
agree.
Go ahead, Chloe.
I'm big on the tennis, mate.
Go ahead, Chloe.
Sorry, guys, this has got absolutely nothing to do with football.
What's going on, man?
Team GB cyclist Emma Someone set a new world record for the women's flying 200-metre time trial. What was her average speed? 40.8, 45.8 or 50.8?
You're just talking random
I think Salah
numbers,
scored
man.
13.
Straight down the middle. Hey, I got it correct. Look at that. Look at us go. Last question, everyone. I know. If it's the lad from the other day, it's that.
Jarrell Miller?
Yeah.
Oh, what a hairline.
What
Thinner than our
brilliant. Well done,
defensive
guys. Somehow we only got one wrong on that quiz, and yet on this Liverpool v Manchester City quiz.
That Anelka one has driven me mad. Because you know when it's like, I know, I can literally go through, like, it was Arsenal, PSG, us, City, like, that irritated me
It's
so
fine,
much.
Don't you worry. Anyway, really sorry about that to people who just don't give a damn about the rest of sport. I put BBC Liverpool quiz in and it popped up with like a Liverpool question at first. So I was like, I'm banging this.
I still don't think he scored 13 goals. I'm not having it, you know.
No, I'm not sure that he
I need
has.
proof.
But here we go. Someone has gone. Charles says 5-1 Liverpool.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I would. I'd really enjoy it. We've got 2-0 Sobo and Hugo, and then he's changed his mind and gone no 2-1. Okay, well, as long as we've won.
Stand by your convictions.
Yes.
2-2.
3-0 Ekatike. Hat-trick. Love that. 2-1 Ekatike and Wirtz. I mean, he's come back with the fact that he's changed his result is because Sobo was going to score an own goal as well. I mean,
It's very specific, that.
you do you. I love how some of yous got involved in that. Someone put please be Shrek for the ice skating one. Sorry to anyone who's watching after the fact and, you know,
Someone's going to be really confused.
Yeah.
Comment, you know.
honest to God. And sorry to anyone who may be listening on audio. That probably didn't sound great. I just laughed a lot and realised it wasn't a Liverpool quiz. But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much to Lewis and Ian for being here. I mean, if you'd like to see more quizzes, I'll be back at some point with a quiz that's totally irrelevant to anything Liverpool.
I'm game to do a quiz anytime, you know.
Movie quiz next week.
Honestly.
I also
Shall we,
enjoy
though?
music quizzes, but copyright reasons I don't think we can play them. But we can do a movie
We can
quiz.
hum them. We could hum a song.
we?
I reckon we could.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that next time. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a lovely rest of your week. And until the next one, up the hopefully winning Reds.